Yes, guys, hope you're all well. Cruise Effects here, as known as Ryan. Um, this is going to be the weekly outset for gold for the 30th of September 2024. So, jumping straight into it. Looking at the weekly, we did say for the previous weekly that as long as we respected the previous low, one of the scenarios that we talked about, if we respected the previous low and then break the previous high, there's a high chance we carry on going bullish. Obviously, with this big bullish structure, um, breaking out of our most recent period of consolidation, as we have done here. We had the breakout candle here, had the pullback, and then carried on going bullish. Really nice market structure on the weekly. Um, However, we are very overextended right now. A pullback is possible. Um, I would be wary of the fact that the weekly we just finished um, has a very small bottom wick. I say this is on like the half an hour, 50-minute time frame. After a big breakout like this, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like this, a liquidity grab to the downside, enticing sellers into the market, and then continuation to push bullish. So if I could draw you an example, white is my bearish candle, red is my bullish candle, or pink or whatever. But so for example, price opens up, might make a little top wick, might bounce around. Tomorrow is the last day of the month, so tomorrow, the Monday, could just be a nothing day. It could be a very volatile day, but it may be unpredictable. But we'll see what happens anyway. But may bounce around at the beginning of the week, little upper wick, grab liquidity up to the upside, then drive down. And this is what I mean. We break the previous low, enticing sellers into the market, and then continue to flip and then break the previous high. One of the plays that I teach in my course. So it looks something like this. So that is one potential play that may happen, one scenario, because you always have to think what if in the market. On the flip side, we are genuinely going to have a bearish week because we are very overextended at this point. To have a pullback, then we may candle price may open a little bottom wick, break the previous weekly high, enticing more buys into the market, all-time new highs, and then have the sell-off. Then having a bearish week in total. So looking something like so. So we've got the buys in, breaking the previous weekly, and then having the pullback, which is the other scenario. They're the two things I'd be looking out for. In that order as well. I would like to see the break of the previous high first if we're gonna have a bearish week. The opposite side, I'd like to see the lows taken out to have a bullish week. Um, yeah, and if not, the final possibility, because it's only going to be a couple more, but if we do just carry on this bullish momentum, because we are so bullish and we do see it on gold, when we run, we can run. So it's not impossible that we just carry on another bullish week, another bull run. We respect the previous low of this candle, and we continue the bullish run. But yeah, that's the confirmations that I'd want to see in total on the overall week. But jumping straight into the daily anyway. Um, so it does look like we're coming to a small period of consolidation on the daily. Literally just based off creating new resistance at this area here at 2673225 and creating a most minor support down at this level at 2655627. So again, if we can get a daily to close above our most recent resistance, I would expect price to continue going bullish. Then looking at whole numbers, there's no data on the previous wherever in gold at these all-time new highs. So there's no data to go off. There's no candles to see where we can get some key levels. So therefore, You have to use whole numbers on gold, such as 2680, then 2685, 2690, 2695, 2700, etc. Just going up in $5 increments. So that'll be reference points. However, we do get a nice solid closure below our most recent support, whether that's tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If we do get that closure below, then I'd expect price to continue going bearish. We've got this lovely clean range to the left-hand side, coming to this previous resistance, 600 pips, 680 pips, and then coming down to the previous support at what level was that? 2557. So yeah, I'll use that as a benchmark, a couple of TP areas for the dailies. And obviously, if we do have a strong bearish week, we've then got another clean candle here. So then my final target would be down at 2512 for 11, just based off the daily. So let's get it down to the 4 hour and have a look at reference points from that point. So yeah, really nice couple of nice scenarios we can have on the 4 hour. New support formed at our previous support level. We did kind of break just so if we do see the previous support here, we did actually slightly close below there. Then obviously had a pullback, but the fact that we had that support broken initially may confirm that we are going to go a bit more bearish. But we go off the data that we've got so far. We formed a new support at 2550,938. So we can get a closure below there. We've got a lovely clean candle to the downside. Coming down to 2627,762. Coming into a little bit of mess after that, but then if we do close below this mess, closer below 2616,385. More clean candles, really nice. Coming down towards this level 2591. Bit more mess after that, but yeah, really, really nice amount of pips. Bit later on in the week, if you're having that bearish week. Next key zone to be looking out for. The minor one there at 2577. A little bit of clean candles going down towards 2556,971. But because price is messy here, I would expect price to maybe be a bit messy there in the future as well. So I'd wait for the clean closure below 2558,235. Then we've got these lovely clean candles to the left-hand side coming down towards 2509. So a few key areas to look out for on the sell side if we do get them closures below. On the flip side, again, just like I said on the daily, if we get that closure above 2677 flat pretty much, then we'll be looking for increments 2680 and 2685, etc. to the upside because there's no previous data. So taking that down now to the 1 hour / half an hour / 15 minute. Going to be a similar story, I imagine. So yeah, really nice. Just a little tip for you guys, just something I like to do in my practice. Yes, we've got our most recent support at 2644,899. But if we carry on looking left, we then have this minor support. So it's just if you do get that closure in between that gap, like just wait for the more sensible bit, and it'll be the closure just below this support over here, minor support. Just wait for that. It's cleaner. Don't take the risk. So yeah, wait for the closure below 2643 flat. Nice clean candles coming down towards 2624,963. Got another line of support there. Not too worried about that. So yeah, more clean candles after that as well. Later on in the week, get a closure below there, 2614, pretty much 2615 flat. And then again, more candles, clean candles, clean candles, clean candles. So really nice points of references based off the 1 hour. Later on in the week after that, like closure below 2586,337, more clean candles. And so on and so on. As you can see, it's really nice clean candles created. So off that 1 hour, it's really, really clean. Again, because we've been left just we're in this clean candle zone for the buy side. If you have a look, this is what I would have done if it was like New York session, London session. If I was trading on the charts at this point, I would have had this support and resistance drawn out. We had the closure above, so I would be essentially looking for buys at this point. But it's happened late on a Friday. We're going to have Asian session tomorrow, which we're not going to trade, so no volume. So we'll see what happens. But essentially, we have had the closure below. So then a first target point, if this was New York or London, it would be a really nice trade. Up to 2671, 221, just for example. But the fact that we'll wait for Asian session to see what plays out. We might consolidate within this kind of area. If we're lucky, then we've got a nice see what that range is there. Or lovely 100 pip range. But if not, it might range within this zone. Therefore, I would wait for a cleaner trade to have a look for. Would be above 2676205. Obviously, first reference point would be at that previous resistance at 2683525. And then we'll carry on going up in them $5 increments again for points of reference for buys. So turn it down to a half an hour. Again, similar story, pretty much exactly the same. That's that minor support on the hourly. Yeah, clean candles. Essentially, pretty much similar story on the half an hour. Let's clean that up a little bit on the 15 minute as well. So yeah, there's the closure above, like we said, off that hourly. Really trickled up there. One last pump. If we did though, I know it'd be first thing from Asia, but because we've moved so far bullish already, if I was to take a trade straight off the bat, I would wait for at least a new resistance to form. Then use that as the point of reference. So then you've got your newly formed range, and then you've got your clean candles to the left hand side, TP1, TP2, TP3, and then TP4. And then you can use your $5 increments again if we do have that bullish read. And then on the flip side, let's just get rid of that. Look into the left hand side. If we get a closure below that most recent spot, perfect, lovely. Look at these clean candles, really, really nice. Again, TP1, 2632217, TP2 down at 2624861. Coming to a bit of chop after that, a little bit. There's a few more clean candle there, but then later in the week, wait for that closure below 2621351. Then we've got more lovely clean candles. So we've got some really nice market structure overall if we wait for them closures. So we'll see how you go. I hope you have a good trading week, guys. That's me over and out for another weekly Outsex session. If you always need any help or any further information about my course or anything like that, don't hesitate to give me a DM. Always happy to help. You know the Instagram at Ryan Cruz Effects. So give me a follow if you need any help. I'm always happy to help, or comment on the YouTube video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.